This episode of ETC is brought to you by Moonbeam City on Comedy Central.
What the fuck are you doing here? Come on, Brett.
Brett's not here, so I'm taking his place.
Oof.
Here we go!
Hey there, kids! Welcome back to the coolest, hippest gaming show on the worldwide internet.
With two hosts that you can trust. Now, we previously reported somewhere that free porn streaming giant YouPorn was squeezing its way into the soft, tight, juicy realm of eSports, and that wasn't a joke. During this year alone, they picked up 2 separate teams competing in Dota 2 and a pro Super Smash Bros. Player named Bizarro Flame in their quest to, quote, make Team YP one of the largest esports organizations in the world.
Make esports great again.
Yeah.
In a recent interview with Fortune.com, their vice president, Brad Byrne, claims that they haven't even started taking big, long strokes at the girthy budget they've set aside for competitive gaming, and that they're spread wide open to willfully accept players who compete in any number of popular games, such as League of Legends, CSGO, or even, God forbid, Call of Duty.
Now, this past weekend, they put yet another notch in the bedpost by signing a new team to their lineup by the name of No Brood Mama, I think that's how you say it, which, again, is a Dota 2 team, so who can really say if they're serious about reaching out to other titles, or if maybe other games aren't really as open to accepting a team that represents a site where you can watch big-titted MILFs get face-fucked in the back of a fake taxi.
One thing is for sure, though, this is a marketing slam dunk, and there's nothing but net.
Yeah.
That's a basketball reference.
Sure is.
There are probably no 2 things more popular to young dudes than playing video games and masturbating, so you gotta give YouPorn some credit when it comes to marketing their product directly to its consumers in a world where it would be otherwise impossible to penetrate the market.
Yeah. I mean, you clicked on this video, didn't you?
Sucker.
Yeah, we really played you like a fiddle. Penis.
Vagina.
Yeah, boobs.
Twat.
Now let's talk about some gaming news.
Sony had a big old press conference this week during Japan's Tokyo Game Show, and they announced some pretty lukewarm shit. Now seriously, compared to what they showed off at E3, this thing was a gigantic turd. And sure, it's the Tokyo Game Show, not E3, but you still gotta go strong in your home country.
Damn it.
Sony.
Now, arguably the biggest news to come out of the conference was the announcement that the PS4 is getting a price drop. Woohoo! For the people of Japan.
Good for you, Japanese people. You got a cheaper console.
Yeah, it's gonna be 34,000 yen.
They already all own it. They've all been sold. Every household has a PlayStation. This is a fake news story.
Yeah.
And aside from that, they changed the name of their virtual reality hardware from its long-standing code name of Morpheus to something way less cool, but also way easier to market to your lazy dad who would rather plug your skull into a computer than go outside and toss the old pigskin around.
Yeah, it's now officially known as, please, PlayStation VR.
Wow.
There you go.
Nothing confusing
But
or
net.
vague about that.
Nothing
and
but
also
net.
nothing but net.
Yeah.
Swoosh.
There's some
Kobe.
other shit too, like Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which is fucking weird, and I have no idea why you would add a 0.8 version to anything and publicly announce it. That's basically like saying that you fucked up 7 times before fixing it.
Also, there's gonna be a competitive shooter based on Resident Evil titled Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. P and S are silent.
Yeah.
Which will undoubtedly fail, and it seems like a desperate attempt for Sony to lock down more titles other than simply Blops 3 so that it can prove to someone that it belongs in the esports arena.
Yeah, but let's get away from PlayStation for a second, because this past weekend, BBC finally released that shocking, uncensored, unauthorized pseudo-documentary about Grand Theft Auto, or rather the making of GTA, starring Harry Potter, and word on the streets, the mean streets of Liberty City, is that it was fucking terrible.
Instead of just letting a shitty made-for-TV movie about the drama behind the scenes during the development of a violent video game just be shitty on its own and slowly fade away into the memories of the dozens and dozens of people who actually tuned in to watch it, Rockstar decided to go public with their displeasure of the content with a tweet that said, "At BBC, was Basil Brush busy? What exactly is this random made-up bollocks?"
So for
Who's Basil Brush?
the unaware, like us, Basil Brush is a tiny, terrifying anthropomorphic plush fox that entertains children on telly over in the UK.
It's like
Sesame Street? It's like the lamb chop.
Oh,
but a fox.
God.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So as much as we love seeing huge companies throw shade at each other, they probably should have just let this movie stand, or in this case, fail or fall on its own merits, or lack thereof.
Moving on, Nintendo showed off a trailer for a new free mobile Pokemon game that will be released next year called Pokemon Go, with the additional option of like a wearable smart device. That'll come for a fee, obviously.
So in the game, which will undoubtedly lead to multiple deaths when children walk into heavy
middle
traffic,
of the road.
You can track down virtual Pokemon and apparently do battle.
All right, wait, this game actually looks cool, Elliot. I think we should stop talking about it or we're gonna jinx it somehow.
I mean, I'm never gonna play it.
Well, okay, look, fuck you. Anyways, next story. Did you ever complain that Minecraft just wasn't fucking linear enough and you kicked and moaned for something that just felt a little more on rails?
I need my games on rails, baby. Gotta see them rails.
Yeah.
Well, good news for you, because Telltale has plopped an official release date down for its release of Minecraft Story Mode, and it looks like it'll be heading to children's devices on October 15th.
So, okay, we'll be fair here. Telltale has done a fantastic job with its limited scope of choose-your-own-adventure style games. The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, and Game of Thrones, they're all great examples.
Back to the Future.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
They got that guy that sounded like Marty McFly.
Was it Eric Stoltz?
Yeah, and then he had to drop out 2 weeks into production.
I'm not right for the role.
Yeah.
This Minecraft Story Mode game has Patton Oswalt cast in the lead voiceover role. Good for you, Patton, getting that money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if someone was going to do a story mode for this game, which at its core is only held down by a player's own imagination, I can't think of a better studio to take it over than Telltale.
So, yeah, that's fair. The thing's gonna make $1 million. Well, $1 million.
$1 million. We did it, guys. Pull it off the shelf. We hit our goal in 30 seconds after release. So pack it up. We got our $1 million back. It's gonna make like $1 billion.
It's gonna make millions upon millions of millions of millions and millions of dollars. Because it seems to us that a lot of snot-nosed brats out there would rather watch YouTubers make weird noises and attempt to write their own stories over gameplay of Minecraft than actually play themselves. So maybe this will turn the tides and also sink hundreds of shitty Minecraft channels in the process.
It's a long time coming.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Let's get into some more good news before we take the leash off of Shibby. Let him tear apart a pretty decent update to Destiny.
Yep,
Get ready.
Star Wars Battlefront's beta is right around the corner, and guess what? If you want to play it, you can, because they're not closing this thing off. It's going straight to the general public. Anyone and everyone who wants to take a crack at it, at the game, despite which console you play on, and even people with PCs, they'll all get to play it.
Ooh!
Yeah.
They gave away even more details as to what will be available during the beta in a recent blog post as well, saying,
for now, I can tell you this. The beta will consist of both our offline and online modes, including co-op and split-screen co-op, and it will take place on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and via Origin on PC. So we have you covered regardless of your next-generation platform of choice. I hate that official companies are calling it next generation still.
it's been the generation for
A long time.
years. Anyway, that's good news, despite the fact there isn't even a date set for that beta release, but you'd imagine it'd be sometime before mid-October at the latest, because the game finds its release in November.
Yeah, gotta get it out there before that.
They want to make all the kids beg
Get
their
hyped.
parents
Yeah.
for the fucking game, so they can shut them up.
Okay, fine, we hear you. Let Shibby talk about the Taken King. I want to know if it's worth buying, and I've been waiting for the most trusted source in video game reviews to let me know what he thinks.
Will it earn the patented 0 out of 10?
Yeah, let's see.
Let's find out.
This is gonna be an execution.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dunkus.
Nice shirt.
Our favorite video game franchise here on T.U.G.S, Destiny, recently got a new paid DLC called the Taken King. Plebeians around the interwebs are finding this DLC quite good, but I advise you not to adhere to their cries of joy, since they are blind sheep that have invested over $140 in the attempt to add some flesh to the skeleton of a game. Rumor is Daddy Activision is paying for good reviews, while you're paying them hand over fist for DLC that costs double the normal amount and promises hours of content and new leveling experience, yet with bounties and that sweet Red Bull promotional campaign, you can literally level from 34 to 39 in about 10 seconds by pressing one button. If you feel health-inflated enemies is a new and challenging mechanic, then this might be for you. If this DLC isn't for you, well, you're screwed since the content you used to be able to access is now basically held hostage behind a $40 paywall. The Taken King is not an apology to
Out of his mouth, there's so much.
The Taken King is not an apology to Destiny players. It's simply an insult to see how stupid console players really are. Above and beyond the Let me speak! Above and beyond the yearly purchase of the recycled Call of Duty release. They may as well rename this DLC the Taken Content because the darkness and greed has prevailed again, plaguing the gaming ecosystem like reply girls. 0 out of 10!
Get him out of here!
Activision, no!
No! You're gonna ruin our relationship!
Well, Shibby's pure human garbage and he needs to be stopped. So let's find a review from a real human being on Amazon named MD, maybe a doctor, who wrote a very concise review titled Taken Wallet by Greedy King.
It states, and I'm reading this exactly how it's written, if you want to support the corporate greed, then go ahead and buy. If you love to repeat the same thing again and again like a dumb stupid, then go ahead and buy. If you want to fucked up again and again, then go ahead and buy. There is literally no content here. So trust this man. He's a doctor, Eliot.
He's a very smart man.
What did you learn by hosting a full episode of Tugs today?
Nothing.
Well, good, because I didn't learn anything either. And neither did you. This was a whole big waste of time.
I'm sorry.
We only did it because Brett's gone.
Yeah.
And we didn't do it last week. And we're gonna be in Hawaii next week. So see you there in Hawaii. We're gonna be in Hawaii next week, so you can't do it next week, unless you want to do it on the shores of Honolulu.
I mean,
Pearl Harbor, you want to do it at Pearl Harbor?
I can think of no better way to pay our respects to the sacrifices our men and women in the armed forces make for us every day than by doing an episode of Tugs at Pearl Harbor Memorial.
Okay, so we'll probably not do that, but we'll see you guys very soon, and we'll see you from Hawaii next week. Watch the Elijah Wood podcast, because he's a real nice guy, and watch our trip to Abu Dhabi where we didn't offend anyone at all.
Aloha!